This is Jeff Rhodes from Them Damn Kings, and you're listening to Rockum Radio.
What can you tell me about this single? Throw It Away.
You know, it's exactly what it is. It's just straight up rock and roll, man. We, you know, it's the first song written for the album, which is going to be called Rise Up.
Because this is really good, your song. I like it. So
man, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I love it. We, you know, everyone who's involved, you know, we love it. It was a great time making the record, and I really hope that, you know, it just translates, you know, to the people, man. And that's really what's gonna make or break it, you know. And I just hope there's enough rock and roll left in the world that people are gonna get it, you know.
I know. How do you describe the musical style of Them Damn Kings?
I mean, there's just no frills rock and roll, you know. There's none of this, you know. When I approached making a record, you know, this gives an example. You know, I've got a studio in my house that you know we make the music on, and you know, with Pro Tools nowadays, you know, you get unlimited tracks and all that, but you know, back in the days, for me, it's you know, you're limited to what you have, and that's what you have to work with, and so that's kind of what I did and how I approach making, you know, at least recording music, is that, you know, I've got a 32-channel analog desk, and it doesn't matter how many channels I have, you know, in Pro Tools, but, you know, that's what we got, that's what we're limited to, and if we can't make a song, you know, if we can't record a song in that many channels, then it goes to the scrap pile, you know, because I appreciate, you know, the polished music and the overproduced stuff, I do, but, you know, I like to approach it, you know, kind of the same way Led Zeppelin or the Beatles do. Just, you know, there's guitar, there's bass, there's drums.
Of course.
What you hear is what you get, mistakes and all, you know?
Absolutely. Jeff, what does your band name mean?
You know, that's the first time anybody's asked me that. And the original name was called Kings of Damnation. If anybody knows, I'm a huge Zakk Wylde fanatic. And, you know, I'm huge Zakk. I mean, it's Randy Rhodes and Zakk Wylde, you know.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Randy Rhodes.
Absolutely, man, you know. And so he put out something called Kings of Damnation, and I was just like, that's a great name. That's what I'm going to... And my manager had come back to me, and he was like, you can't do that, man. Like, that's Zakk Wylde's thing. You got to do your thing. And, you know, we got to do something that, you know, people... It can be found and people can relate to. And, you know, it just... My manager kind of semi came up with the name, and we just kind of threw it out there, and then it just kind of made a lot of sense, because it's like there's four of us, and we just want to be on top, man. We want to be kings of everything, and you know, we're a bunch of bastards too. So you know, Them Damn Kings just it really works, you know. And I mean, that's just kind of one aspect that you can take from that, you know.
Okay.
There's a couple other meanings that it has for me, but I think that's probably the most straightforward rock and roll thing I can say about it.
Okay. Who are your biggest musical influences, Jeff?
I mean, it's Ozzy Osbourne all the way, you know. It's that's what got me into rock and roll. Wow. And you know, there isn't a day that goes by I don't have at least one Ozzy song playing on my stereo, you know. It's but I mean, I listen to everything. My record collection is my CDs alone. I got like over 5,000 CDs. My record collection is insane. It's just yeah. I mean, I love everything, and it's, you know, today could be Motorhead, tomorrow could be Robert Johnson. You know, I mean, I got a lot of diversity in there, and you know, I just anything that's rock. You know, anything that just moves you, man. Anything that's guitar oriented, I'm really into.
Oh yeah, Ozzy Osbourne is amazing. I'm a big fan of him too, and I'm like you, and I have a big record collection, and I had a problem with my wife because I don't have too much space in my apartment. You know, that's the only problem.
I know that, man. My last girlfriend was, you know, I've got a bit of a guitar collection here, and she was kind of like, you know, if the guitars are me. I was like, well, you already know the answer to that one. Goodbye. So, you know, in my walloping misery of losing a girlfriend, what do? You go and buy another guitar, you know?
Oh, my God. If if you could go open a show for any artist, who would it be?
Oh, I mean, it's anything Zach Wilde's doing, man. Like, I would love to be out on the road with that guy, you know, playing, opening up for Black Label or anything he does, man. Like, that guy is just he's the next best thing since Randy Rhodes in my head. And, you know, I think we have some very similar styles in play. And, I mean, we grew up basically in the same area, so you know I feel like there's a lot in common there that you know could just be a great time, you know.
Okay. I read that you have a lot of experience and you work a lot in the music industry. And well, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
Oh, I think I would change. You know what I miss? I don't know if it's really a change, but, you know, there's between the era that I grew up in, you know, which to me it was all, you know, it was all rock stars. These guys were untouchable, you know, Axl Rose and Ozzy Osbourne, David Coverdale, you know, as opposed to now where I just feel like anytime I'm seeing a newer artist, like, he could be my neighbor, you know? I mean, Ozzy could never be my neighbor, you know? These guys are people you could never touch. I feel that whole kind of mystique and that danger from rock and roll or just the music industry in general has just completely disappeared, where, you know, everybody's got a social media account, everybody's not unattainable anymore. And you know, the whole thing that really got me into wanting to really do this was just the fact that it was unattainable. Like, you know, when you're a 14-year-old kid and you're looking at, you know, Ozzy up there or Guns N' Roses, you're like, yeah, you want to do it, but it's never going to happen in your wildest dreams, you know? And nowadays, it just seems that, like, yeah, anybody can do it, you know? And I think that I wish that would kind of sort of, you know, go back to that, or at least people would kind of see, you know, see what I used to see, you know? And maybe they still do, I don't really know.
I think you're right. I think it's like the evolution is not so good right now, and like we need to reset the social media for a time, you know, like a push a button and say reset and then start all over again. Because in the beginning the social media was nice because you talk with fans, with people like you that love music, you know what I mean? But now it's too much hate. Too much hate. The people.
It is, and
it's something. I don't know. It is, no.
It's too much.
Yes.
I was going to say it's too much. You know, back in the day, and not that this really worked either, but it's like, you know, you listen to what you were force fed on the radio. We didn't really have. I mean, when MTV started doing game shows that actually playing music,
yeah, of course.
You know, what the hell's the point? That just really kind of set everything right there. You know, and it's like that's. Dude, there's too much access to everything, and you know it's really cool because I'll find myself.
In a way, it's cool.
Yeah, man. You know, you see all these great bands, and you know, there's some guitar. I mean, I saw a 7-year-old last night playing guitar on YouTube that, like, he blows everybody away. I mean, God, if that kid was in Van Halen back in, you know, the 70s, like, I mean, he would have been bigger than that. The kid was amazing, but you know, this is the problem. Is like, I already forgot his name. I don't know who he is, you know, like that. It happened for the 3-minute video, and then it moved on to another video. I never caught the kid's name. I don't even know how to get back to that video now. So it's like, this is the problem. It's you know, it's constant. Just it's not a force fed of one thing anymore. Now it's just, you know, here's everything, and you know, let's make your brains go mush.
In other way, it's like the people doesn't have the same spirit than us to buy records and even merchandise. And you know, they are enough with Spotify and social media. And
oh man,
and it's yes,
and that's crazy. I buy records, man. I still buy records. I still buy CDs. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely, you know, guilty of going up on YouTube when I want to hear a song or something like that I don't have. But sooner or later, when I get a chance to actually support the band and buy the CD, I'm going to.
It's like, yes, you're right. And we need a new Headbangers Ball on MTV.
We do.
Yes.
It's not there anymore, you know.
No,
luckily, we still have you guys, man, which is great, you know. And the fact that radio is still alive.
Oh, yeah.
You know.